All right, let's get right into it. Giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Shah. Shalom to the Apostle, Brother, Elder Great Millstone. Shalom to the Hope Elect. Shalom. So let me just see the title where Perilous time shall come.
Meet Litter Robot, the revolutionary self-cleaning litter box that eliminates the chore of scooping. Do you think you'd be happier as a boy?
Good afternoon, all my fellow doom and gloomers, as we accept the fact that in order to survive the next couple of years, we're going to have to give in fully to our apocalypse is coming mentality. Police all over the United States of America right now are saying that things are getting really bad. The Department of Homeland Security has put out warnings to individual police departments and to the public, saying that you, the citizens, should expect terrorism in the USA, maybe even in your own city. It might even happen to your family. The FBI says that China and Russia have infiltrated our country at both local and at national levels. We have people who are setting warehouses on fire, the things that it takes to get our families fed. They're shooting up and shutting down electrical substations across the country. Criminals are following innocent people home just so they can steal the groceries or the products that they watch them purchase at Walmart and Target. Do you know what the scariest part about all of this is? The scariest part is that this is just the beginning. Reporters warn that crime is taking on a horror movie level of scary around the world, and they are reporting on one place in particular. They say it has taken a sadistic turn in South America, countries like Ecuador. And the reason I'm telling you about this is because criminals in the USA are watching for the trends that allow them to get away with violent crime, the worst things that you can imagine. And they're going to implement these things in the USA. They say these violent crimes where criminals and kidnappers are now regularly amputating the digits and parts of victims, sending images to their families, trying to get money for their supposed return home, are increasing. Now trust me, the punks, and I think you know who I'm talking about when I say punks, inside the USA are learning from them. You'll remember that criminals in the US and in Canada and in Mexico, they learned quickly from the gangs in Brazil, the ones in Venezuela and other South American countries. They learned quickly that in order to get away with your crime of opportunity or your targeted crimes, you need to ride up two men to a motorcycle, two men to a bike, and the one on back comes armed. You stop in front of your victim, you impede their motion, you're armed, you overwhelm them through the OODA loop, you take what you want, and then you get away. Now they use a motorcycle because oftentimes patrol cars are not able to follow them into various streets and around into properties. I want to read to you about what happened in March. A wife of a business person in one South American country received images of someone cutting off the fingers of her husband. They were threatening to mutilate him further unless they were paid thousands and thousands of dollars. At the end of 2022, police released photographs of members of the Chilean Navy. They had parts of their bodies amputated. Social media went up when X-ray images showed hands with no fingers making the rounds, saying that this was part of a migrant crime ring south of the USA. For the first 5 months of this year, reports of kidnappings around the world are tripling, in some cases quadrupling. They say that this is on the sea. And what did we just have recently? A whole bunch of UFOs, right? We just had Chinese spy balloons, probably in coordination with Russia, going over the United States of America, and our ignorant government allowed them to just collect data mile after mile, state after state, as it made its way across the USA. And what are they going to do with it? They learned how to turn your lights out. They learned where your military bases are. They grabbed information, snapped images, they gathered everything they need to attack America's homeland. So they say right out here in the open, this is the NATO chief, that Russia is gathering critical infrastructure against its enemies on both land and in the sea. Now, over 400 cables are underneath the sea. This carries a majority of all international internet traffic. They are vital for communication to remain alive in state or in country. This has contradicted recent narratives that Russia was not going to be able to handle any sort of infrastructural attack that would affect our internet. Journalist Seymour Hersh published in February reports showing U.S. Navy divers executing operations under the cover of a NATO exercise. Additionally, a consortium of European Ukraine investigations showed Ukraine might be the culprit in the Nord Stream attack. Reports say that the CIA warned Ukraine not to follow through with what they were trying to, but that a Russian retaliatory strike was going to come to all European nations that Russia sees as its enemy. In response, NATO is launching right now an operation to militarily guard undersea pipelines and undersea cables. Officials state that they have evidence today that Russia is mapping vital Western infrastructure for energy and for internet capabilities. The threat is developing, says Lieutenant General Hans Werner Wehrmann, who heads a special focused cell on the challenge. He says after the NATO defense ministers gave the green light for a new center in operation, Russian ships, to their knowledge, have actively mapped critical undersea infrastructure and infrastructure on the land. There are heightened concerns, they say, that Russia is going to target these cables and on-land critical infrastructure to disrupt Western life. Guys, everything that makes you feel normal, and let me tell you something, and tell me if you think I'm wrong. People are not feeling very normal right now.
So you see, as the title is, Perilous times shall come. So let's get right to your scriptures. Let's go to Isaiah 55, verse 6. It says, "Seek ye the Lord, while he may be found, and call upon him while he is near." Right? Call upon him while he is near. Verse 7, it says, "Let the wicked forsake his ways, the unrighteous man his thoughts. Let him return to the Lord, and he will have mercy upon him to a power, for he will abundant of pardon. For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, said the Lord. For as the heaven are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts." So right, Isaiah 55, verse 6, it says, "Seek ye the Lord while he may be found, and call upon him while he is near." Right? Call upon him while he is near. Let's go to Jeremiah 7, verse 14. No, I got that wrong. No, let's go to Ecclesiastes 12, verse 1. Ecclesiastes 12, verse 1. It said, "Remember now the crazy day of thy youth, while the evil day come not, nor the year draw near. But thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them." Right? Remember the crazy day of thy youth. Read again, Ecclesiastes 12, verse 1. "Remember now the crazy day of thy youth, while the evil day come not, nor the year draw near. But thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them." Right? Remember the crazy day of thy youth. Ezekiel chapter 7, verse 14. "They have blown the trumpet even to make all ready, but none go to the battle. For my wrath is upon all multitudes there." Right, remember. No, that's not. Yeah, Ezekiel chapter 7, verse 14. It said, "They have blown the trumpet," right? "We have blown the trumpet even to make all ready, but none go to the battle. For my wrath is upon all the multitudes there." Right, they have blown the trumpet even to make all ready, but none go to the battle. For my wrath is upon all the multitudes there. Verse 15, "The sword without, and the pestilence, and the famine within. He that in the field should die with the sword. And he that's in the city, famine and pestilence shall devour him. Right? Famine and pestilence shall devour him. Verse 16, but that the escape of them shall escape, and she be on the mountain like dove of the valley, and all the morning, everyone for his iniquity. And all hands should be faint, and all knees should be weak as water, right? Weak as water. All right, move on. Let me see. I'm losing myself. Let's go to Mark chapter 1. Mark chapter 1, verse 15. Let me see. No, let's go back up. Let's go to Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 17. Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 17. Let's say, Son of man, I made thee a watchman to the house of Israel. Therefore, hear the words of my mouth and give them warning from me, right? Give them warning from me. Verse 18, when I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, if thou give him not warning, nor speak to warn the wicked from his wicked ways to save his life. The same wicked man shall die in iniquity, but his blood would I require at thy hand. Verse 19, yet if thou warn the wicked, and he that turn not from his wickedness, nor from his wicked way, he should die as iniquity, but thou hast delivered thy soul. Right? Thou hast delivered thy soul. So right, Ezekiel 3, verse 17. Son of man, I have made thee a watchman to the house of Israel. Therefore, hear the word of my mouth and give them warning from me. Right? Give them warning from me. Ezekiel 33, verse 1. Again, the word of the Lord came to me. Say, Son of man, speak to the children, speak to the children of thy people, and say unto them, one, I bring the sword upon the land. If the people of the land take a man of thy coast and set him for thy watchman, if when I see the sword come upon the land, and blow the trumpet and warn the people, right? And warn the people. Then whosoever hear the sound of the trumpet and take not warning, if the sword come and take him away, his blood should be upon his own head, right? Be upon his own head. And he hear the sound of the trumpet and take not warning, his blood should be upon him. But he that take warning should deliver his soul, right? He that take warning should deliver his soul. Mark chapter 1, verse 15. And he said, the time is fulfilled, and the kingdom of our power is at hand. Repent yet and believe the gospel. Right? Believe the gospel. Romans 13, verse 11. And that know the time that now is high time to wake out of sleep. For now is our salvation near, that we believe the night is far spent, the day is at hand. Let us therefore count the work of darkness. Let us put on the armor of light, right? Let us put on the armor of light. Let us walk and understand the day, not in rioting, and drunken, not in chamber, and wanted, not in strife and envy, but put you on the Lord. Yahweh shall anoint it and make not provision for the flesh to fulfill the lust thereof, right? It's a high time to wake out of sleep. Ephesians chapter 5, verse 15. See then you walk circumspect, not as fools, but as wise, redeem the time, because the days are evil, right? The days are evil. Wherefore be you not unwise, but understand what the will of the Lord is. Be not drunken with wine within. It's exercise. Be filled with the Spirit. Ephesians 5, verse 15. See that you walk circumspect, not as fools, but as wise, redeem the time, because the days are evil. First Thessalonians 5, verse 1. First Thessalonians 5, verse 1. But of that time and season, brother, I have no need that I write unto you. For yourself know perfect the day of the Lord, so come as a thief in the night. They should say peace and safety. Then certain destruction come upon them, as tread upon a woman with child, and they should not escape, right? But you, brother, you are not in darkness, that they should overtake you as a thief, right? Overtake you as a thief. You are the children of the light and the children of the day. We are not the night. We are not of the night, nor of darkness. Therefore, let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober. Verse 7, for that sleep in the night, and that be drunk are drunk in the night. But let us who are of the day be sober, and put on the breastplate of faith and of love, and a helmet, the hope of salvation. For the Most High not appointed us to wrath, but to attain salvation for our Lord Yahushua anointed, who died for us, that whether we are asleep, we should live together with him. Right? First Thessalonians 5, verse 2. For yourself know perfect the day of the Lord, so come as a thief in the night. Right? Come as a thief in the night. They should say peace and safety, and certain destruction come upon them, as tread upon a woman with child, and they should not escape, right? They should not escape. Verse 4, but you, brother, are not in darkness, that they should overtake you as a thief. Verse 5, you are the children of the light and the children of the day. We are not the night, nor of darkness, right? Nor of darkness. Got a couple more. Yeah, 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 1. Just know also in the last day, perilous time shall come, right? Perilous time shall come. 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 1. Just know also that in the last day, perilous time shall come. Perilous time. 1 Peter 4, verse 6. First Peter 4, verse 6. For this cause was the gospel preached also to them. They are dead, that they may be judged according to man in the flesh, but live according to the Most High in the Spirit. But the end of all things is at hand. Be you therefore sober and watch unto prayer. Right? Watch unto prayer. Watch unto prayer. 1 Peter 4, verse 7. But the end of all things is at hand. Be ye therefore sober and watch unto prayer. Right? Watch unto prayer. She think that should be it. Yeah, watch unto prayer. So yeah, that should be it right there. So yeah, the time is at hand. Therefore be you therefore sober and watch unto prayer. Yeah, so we're gonna close it out giving our praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh by Shema Shah. Double honor to the apostle brother LG Great Millstone. Shalom to the hopeful elect. Shalom.